Welcome back to Cube League Season 5, Week 4. I'm Persiferous.
I'm J-Wall.
We're here with Hartbreaker playing the judge in our Week 4 matches. This is our position week. This is where these guys get put into the positions where they're going to be in for the championship week.
Yeah, they're looking to be in position 1 or 2 after this week with that shot at taking home the prize. Now, even if you finish in third, if the score's close, you might have a chance.
That's very true.
Get as many points as you possibly can and set yourself up for the final week.
Yep, absolutely. So we're playing the Pioneer Dispersity Cube again, folks. This is a 400-card cube that is centered around the Pioneer Craze format that's taking shape right now. Looks like Hartbreaker doesn't like where he's at right away. Goes ahead and shuffles things back together.
And look, the judge is playing Stompy.
Yeah, right?
Not surprised.
Golgari Stompy. I mean, his nickname is Stompy Judge.
Stompy Judge. If there's green and black cards to be played, he's playing them.
Probably.
He is a fan of his Stompy archetype.
I see Liliana's in his hand. So.
Yep. That's a Tendershoot Dryad. Okay.
Yeah. And a Voracious
Hydra.
Yeah. And a Renata.
It looks like Renata.
Yeah. So it looks like...
it's a slow start, but...
It is a slow start, but it looks like Hartbreaker is shuffling up real good. He wants to make sure he sees enough lands.
Yeah, especially after that last game. Yeah.
I mean, you play 17, and you hope it's enough.
Right.
I mean, last week we watched Yowza get blown out just by drawing nothing but lands.
Nothing but lands,
in game
yeah.
2. And it was pretty strong.
That's why the modal double-face cards are busted, people. Put them in your cube.
Can we give them a different name?
I'm 100% on board with that, yes.
Can the acronym not be DFMC?
Whatever it is, yes.
Is that dumb? No, I'm not even going to go there. It sounds like a bad motorcycle club.
Yeah, it does. It is just bad. Great design, just horrible naming. So is he going down? Is this his 6?
Yeah, he's going to be going down to 6. And yeah, those double-faced land cards, those double-faced modal land cards,
yes,
have been seeing some play.
I'm a huge fan.
I've seen some lists in Legacy are using them.
Yep.
Like Oops All Spells and Charbelcher's trying to make a run back at it.
Well, yeah, that sounds great in Charbelcher.
Right. Then there's also some cards or some decks in Standard that are using them. The blue-black Rogues deck is using them. The green-red aggro deck is using them. I think you should be playing at least a minimum of 7, because in any color combination that you play, you can probably find 7 good ones. Yeah. Start with a Blast Zone. Okay, we got to keep here. Yep. Okay, that's not a bad hand. He needs some white mana. He needs some white mana, and there it is too. He just drew a plane, so I think he's happy with this hand. He's just going to keep a bunch of lands and just keep hopefully drawing them.
Now I want to see if he plays Supreme Will.
Yeah.
As a scry / filter / look. Yeah.
There's Baron Tolarian Archmage.
Because his hand's not bad.
You don't want to cast that on an empty field just yet.
No.
But what you do want to do is you want to play Garuda and then play Baron to put Garuda back in your hand.
Yes.
And then play Garuda again.
That's the dream. That's what we're here to see.
Yeah.
Now, if Judge passes here, I am very tempted to... How much is it to tick up on Blast Zone?
It's XX.
Okay.
So
he could tick up on Blast Zone or Supreme Will.
Yeah. And I think if it were me, I would tick up on Blast Zone.
Yeah, that's a fine play. Because if he's not playing anything to the board, just get it ticked up, and
Yep.
that can act as a pseudo board removal.
And it looks like Judge is really trying to decide what he's doing there.
All right, so yep, he ticked it.
So he passed. He ticked it up.
Yep.
Just
and there was a little shortcut there,
yeah.
people. Yep.
Throwing his planes on the battlefield, passing. He's got a Rain of Revelation that he drew. I think he's in a pretty good spot here.
This is where he wants to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as a Stompy player, this isn't where you want to be.
No.
It's turn 4 and you've not played a Stompy creature yet.
No, and you're looking at Renata in your hand and going, well, I guess I could cast Renata. Or I can cast Voracious Hydra, but I think I would go ahead and cast Renata. But I think Judge is looking at all this blue mana and going,
Because the Judge is a huge fan of counter spells.
Yes, very huge fan.
Loves them.
So much that I think he would flip the table right now. It looks like he's also trying to see, it looks like he might be discarding.
But I only counts. What's he doing?
Mapping out his plays. Voracious Hydra.
The Judge does have a weird way of doing things.
Yes.
Unorthodox.
He says, I'm throwing you some bait. I'm throwing you some bait. Do you want to counter this?
Our friendly neighborhood Judge, people. He does love his magic, though.
I think you counter it.
I mean, yeah.
Voracious Hydra is nasty.
That card's real good. I mean, yeah, it might be bait, but then also he has the Blast Zone. Yep, he countered it. The Judge is trying to play head games right there. You gotta love
There's
it.
a Chasm Stalker in hand.
Yep, a Chasm.
He's got all the manas out there right now with 5. He's going to play Chasm Stalker right now.
Judge looks, do I have a kill spell?
Right? I mean, he's playing black and green.
He's playing his 2 favorite colors.
Very much so. But he's not doing a whole lot of playing right now.
No.
At all.
I'd probably jam the Tendo Shoot, yeah.
So seeing the Rain of Revelation and Hartbreaker's hand gets me thinking about that and Chasm Stalker right there. So do you play that Tender Shoot and then block when he swings with the 1/1 Chasm Stalker?
We'll want to be at 2/2.
Well, it'll be a 2/2 at that point.
Yeah.
And then watch him cast Rain of Revelation and make it a 5/5.
5/5. That's asking for a blowout.
It is asking for a blowout. Like a blowout on the highway at 65.
Yeah. All right, Judge is still thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Some would say he's pondering.
No, I don't know that he ponders too much. Yeah, he's going to eliminate.
Yeah.
That's the move I kind of expected him to do, and you don't get any squids yet.
There are no counters on that.
There's no counters.
No squid for you, sir.
No squid.
Although if he draws a land...
There's a big squid. And there it is.
There's a big squid that can come down.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I say you 100% big squid it.
Yeah. There's the big squid.
Is it getting squiddy with it?
Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh.
Do-do-do-do-do. Getting squiddy with it.
No.
Is that a crystalline giant?
And Umari.
And an Umari. So he would get the Umari.
Absolutely. Now his creatures cost 1 less.
And doesn't Umari... When Umari enters the battlefield, doesn't he draw cards?
I'm not sure.
Let's look up Umami.
My mommy?
Umari. Umari the Collector. As Umari the Collector enters the battlefield, choose a card type. Spells you cast the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. So he could say creatures. He could say instants, sorceries.
I would probably just name creatures.
I would probably name creatures too.
This is Magic in the year 2020. Creatures do busted things. Just name creatures.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, man. That's one of Judge's favorite cards.
Yeah.
He loves himself some Noxious Gearhulk.
He sure does. He sure does. And that makes...
Right on cue.
Yeah. I think that was him. He's checking his teammates' deck to see if it's hot.
Ah. All right, so
we're getting some ideas here from his teammate, I'm sure.
And a reminder, they're
probably
partners.
Saying,
so yeah.
His teammate's probably saying, "What happened to your Gyruda?"
Right. Well, you see the Noxious Gearhulk.
Didn't you just get squiddy with it?
Squiddy with it.
I can see I'm gonna have to put a ribbon across this one that says "getting squiddy with it."
Yes, totally.
No.
Every time Gyruda's cast, that needs to pop up.
Yes.
Gyruda's in my cube, so it can happen again next week.
It sure could. Now, here's the real bad idea. Cast Baron, Tolarian Archmage into Noxious Gearhulk. Put Noxious Gearhulk back in...
No, I think no.
Why not?
No.
And then counter it?
The Baron line was great when Gyruda was out.
The Baron line was great when Gyruda was out, but now that has fallen apart, I think you play Plains. You put 2 more counters on that Blast Zone.
So did Judge not block Umari?
It didn't look like it.
I guess he's valuing the Menache as an attacker. He still has Renata. Is that a... Open mana. You've seen a counterspell already. You trying to play around a counterspell here? If you're Judge?
It's hard to say.
I mean, I'm of the...
And
you can play around it, but you can't just not cast it.
I think he is. I think he's trying to play around it and say, okay, what can I cast and leave up? So there's Renata. There's that Nylea.
That might be Nylea, because Renata's 2 green.
Yeah. Yeah, that is Nylea. Wow. That does change things. He's going to Reign of Revelation now.
Just like it's not a counterspell.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Draw 3, discard 2.
We've come a long way since Brainstorm.
A long way in the back way.
Right, in the not good way.
Yeah.
The creatures got way better.
Yeah.
The spells got way worse.
Right?
Can we meet in the middle?
Can we just have counterspell?
Yeah. You won't hear a great from me. and I'm not even a control player.
I mean, I'm glad that they reprinted Opt finally.
Yes.
And now they can stop printing it.
Yes, in every set. I say just print Path to Exile, Lightning Bolt, Birds of Paradise. Give us the whole shebang. That's what.
Yes, the whole debang.
Diggy sent the boogie.
So he's got a Sublime Epiphany that he drew, and he ditched the Baron.
Oh, okay, yeah, well that makes sense.
He kept a Sea Dasher, Octopus, a Plains, a Sublime Epiphany, and a Neutralize.
Okay.
So he kept 2 counter spells, and he just cast Tithe Taker. Or just drew Tithe Taker. I think you. Do you get in with Umari? Do you go for the Umari and then Squid Wizard it?
I probably would, yeah.
I would wait till he said blockers.
Yeah, because that's flash. You can wait. Can Nylea block yet?
No.
So Nylea can't block.
Yeah, that's right. Devotion.
So.
Yeah, she's way back on the Devotion.
Way back on the Devotion.
Yeah. So what'd you get? A Vantress Gargoyle. So you're going to cast the Vantress Gargoyle.
And he has 4 cards in hand, so he can block. But he's Noxious has Menache.
No, he doesn't have 4 cards in hand.
Oh, that's right. That was his 4th, so he's only got 3.
Yeah, he's looking at it, doing the same math.
So that thing can't attack or block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's only got 5. Judge is in the yard, so. I might have cast Tithe Taker, but he could at least cycle Neutralize. I mean, he could have done that either way.
Yeah.
I mean, what did he draw?
He's got Counterspell Magic up.
Yeah, he does. He can neutralize anything.
Yeah, he's got a Sublime Epiphany, a Neutralize, and a Tithe Taker in hand. Yeah, okay. I think you leave the Counterspell mana up. And you got Judge over there cohorting with his partner out of focus that we saw last match.
I think if you're my only concern is if this becomes a race. I like where the Judge is at currently.
Yes. But if it becomes a race,
that Sublime Epiphany could come in. Nice.
Yeah. Judge is thinking about attacking here. He says, yeah, we're going to do it. Let's get in for the 5. Is he going to pass the turn? Is he holding something in his hand that's just amazing? He's counting all kinds of things going on.
You never know what the Judge is. He plays head games. He plays mind games.
He sure does.
He counts his mana, then he counts his creatures in with his mana, and you're like, why are you counting both?
All right. Well, he's counting permanents.
Is that a priest?
It looks like it. Priest of the Forgotten Gods.
Okay. I mean, that can block an Umari, right? Or does Sea Dasher give it flying?
It can block an Umari.
So.
He's casting that bait again. Sea Dasher.
He really wants him to get rid of this Blast Zone. That's the second 2-drop he's thrown out to try to get him to. I'd like to know what in his hand, or if he's just playing mind games at this point.
There's a Liliana in his hand.
Ah, okay. Yep, he as soon as you said that, he points to the Liliana. Ah, yeah, it costs one less.
Hey, that costs one less. So, what's he? Is he going to pass with 6 open mana?
I don't.
I understand he's trying to play head games and he's trying to make sure that he doesn't play into a counterspell. But at some point, you have to play the cards in your hand.
Right.
And no, the Sea Dasher does not fly.
Okay.
He swims really, really fast. So fast that he could be called a dasher.
Oh, okay.
In the sea.
In the sea.
And maybe dasher is where you got confused because, it's one of those reindeer.
Yeah, Dasher.
Yeah.
It's not Dancer.
And it's not Prancer.
Okay.
And it's not Onward. Wait a minute.
Upward?
Or downward.
To infinity and beyond. That's what it is.
He didn't say that. I'll cut it out. Okay. So back to the action here. Looks like Judge is going to tap some mana. I bet you he's going to untap it.
And then tap it.
And then tap it again. Nope.
Tapping his creatures.
Here's Liliana. Now, why did Liliana only cost 3?
Yeah. Get that out of here.
Oh, no. Liliana costs 4.
And you see the Judge. Oh, man. I love counterspells so much. I wish every deck had them.
Yep.
Oh, some friendly ribbing at the local Judge.
Yep. Absolutely.
If you want to have a good conversation with the Judge, get into the counterspell conversation with him.
Yeah, my take on counter spells is I like them and I want to play them. That's what I do.
My take is you play what WotC prints.
Yeah.
Like when Oko was legal, I told everybody, I'm playing Oko until WotC tells me I can't.
Yep.
You may not like Oko, but I'm playing with him. I did.
I just started playing with Oko.
Ah, in Legacy?
Yeah, I just built Teamer Delver.
Okay.
Well, my take on Teamer Delver.
Right. I will be building Hay Bears. That's my next Legacy endeavor. Or Death and Taxes.
Oh, I have Death and Taxes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make some changes.
All right,
There's a couple of cards that I want to change out. I have Tithe Takers in there right now, and I think I'm going to put Skyclave Apparitions in there.
100%. I'm going to be running 4.
I don't think I'm going to run 4. I think I'm going to start with 3.
That was a quick block. Yes, yeah.
It was a very quick block.
And then, I love it when it becomes a resource battle as well.
Yeah.
That's a part of Magic I like. I don't know how other people feel about it. The mechanics like the Monarch and Sea Dash Octopus, that resource advantage or, keeping your opponent off of resources. I love that part of Magic. I wish we had more of that.
Yeah. Any more?
Wow, that cost 1.
Yep. He forgot all about it. His partner said, hey, don't play the overcosted game.
Right. Don't cheat yourself.
All right.
Okay, so
Judge has got enough mana to play just about anything he wants to right now, it seems like. He's got one creature that is keeping him in this fight. What's he going to do here? What do you think? I don't know what sits in his library.
I've seen 2 counterspells, so the first thing I'm doing is taking Noxious Gearhulk and turning it sideways.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's 10 to 18.
Yep.
Vantress Gargoyle cannot block yet.
Nope.
You turn that sideways, see what happens.
Yeah, I think Noxious Gearhulk is a 4/6
or 4/5 or something like that.
And I think Nylea, does Nylea give it a buff?
It might. I've not played with Nylea too much, to be honest.
I haven't either.
The new Nylea.
Absolutely. That is Nylea Keen-Eyed. Indestructible as long as your devotion to green is less than 5. Nylea isn't a creature. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. 2 and a green, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it in your hand. Otherwise, you may put it in your graveyard.
I mean, honestly, I may just swing with. I don't know what the judge's hand looks like, but you swing with Noxious Gearhulk, and then you can draw a card. Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's in his hand.
Yeah, he hasn't used that.
No.
That castle once. Oh man,
that's 5.
He's going to mutate.
Oh,
there's the Sublime Epiphany.
Oh man.
Sublime Epiphany.
That's the blowout on the expressway.
That is the blowout on the expressway.
You can choose multiple modes on that too.
Yep.
Hartbreaker. He's choosing all his modes.
Yep. So you counter target spell, counter target activated or triggered ability, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, create a token that's a copy of a target creature you control, or target player discards a card. And it says simply choose one or more.
So
for 6 mana.
All. I'm choosing as many as I can.
Yes, where's the button that says all?
Yes, all. If I'm on arena, all. Yes, take action. Take action. Yep. Take action. And I've added this card to my cube. This card's just good. Some people may look at it, man, it's 6 mana. You get so much mileage out of this card, it's ridiculous. And just like you're seeing here, I mean, it's and did he create a copy of Umari?
Umari's legendary.
So it can. Okay. So Tide Taker or Vantress.
Yeah. Yeah, and at this point, I don't know if which one you do.
What did he? Oh, Cavalier of Dawn. With.
Yeah, that's what he drew.
Was that the Sublime Epiphany allow you to draw?
Yeah.
Okay, so I really like where.
So the Vantress Gargoyle can't attack unless a defending player has 7 or more cards in their graveyard.
Okay, so he has 7.
Yep.
Okay, so he cannot.
So I think he did make a copy of the Vantress Gargoyle.
That makes sense.
But he can't block because it can't block unless you have 4 or more cards in hand. So make sure you read that card. It looks like you're going to take 4.
Yes, a 5.
Or 5.
Yeah. I think the Gearhulk might be a 5/6 or a 5/4.
5/4.
5/4. That's where we're off.
It is.
Yes.
It's a 5/4 with menace.
Oh. Man, is Gearhulk going to get there?
3, 4.
So you swing with you swing with gargoyles. I think you keep Tide Taker and Umari back. Oh no, you can get an extra card draw off of Umari though. So that's 10.
And there's a Mangara the Diplomat with lifelink.
That's
but
a good
he's looking
draw.
at Cavalier or Mangara. Which one do you want to jam down?
Well, does Cavalier? It's non. Is it any non-land permanent, or is it just a non-creature non-land? I always typically kill planeswalkers with it.
When Cavalier Dawn enters the battlefield, destroy up to one target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 colorless golem artifact creature token.
Yeah, I'm killing
Noxious Gearhawk now.
100%.
Right now. Do it. Do it.
That's normally my kill anything else spell in white.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever used Cavalier Dawn to kill a creature. Granted, I also play in most cubes that have path and swords and
yes,
plenty of white removal, so.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, get in there. Make them have something.
Yep.
Take 14?
Wow.
That's a yikers.
Draw a card off the Sea Dasher.
Yeah.
Play you another land. So you got enough to play them both now? See, Cavalier is 5.
Yeah, and Mangar's 4.
Well, Cavalier is 4.
4, and Mangar's 3.
Yeah. There's your Golem. Golem.
I think you go ahead and play Mangara. Yeah. Absolutely. Get that lifelink out there.
Yep. And say go.
And it's whenever they cast their second spell. Each turn. He draws a card. Yeah, Hartbreaker's deck has looked a lot better this game.
Mangara the Diplomat says lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or a planeswalker you control, draw a card.
Okay.
Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card.
Okay.
And they're at that point in the game where they're going to want to cast more than one spell.
Absolutely. Because if you're the judge, you have to cast 2 spells probably to deal with this board to survive.
To survive, yes.
And then you're giving another card to Hartbreaker.
And he's going through all his options as he usually does.
Hmm.
And Heartbreaker's got plenty of blockers.
He's got a lot of power. I mean, 3 cards in hand. I don't know if there's...
So he's going to recast Nylea. He's going to make sure he's got all his mana.
I mean, he's just dead to... Don't the gargoyles have flying?
Mm-hmm. It's a Surok. Draw a card. Would you draw?
I think it was Leonin.
It looked like a Leonin Warleader, yep.
I mean, Judge is just dead.
Yeah, I think he is. I don't know what else is in his hand.
He has 2 mana open.
He's going to swing and draw another card.
Man.
Jason Raveler.
So just drew him into some more gas. I mean, yeah,
Get you a black and white spirit. We'll say that is your spirit. We see your spirit. Jamming him out there.
And in Judge fashion, he's going to make him play it out.
Of course. Judge don't scoop.
No, he don't.
There's one thing we can definitely say about Judge. He won't scoop.
He's going to make you get that life total down to 0.
Yes. And if you can't, he will find a way to beat you.
Yes. This is where you... Is he going to play Jace just to...
I think this is the boot. This is the boot on the neck.
Right.
And he's waiting for Judge to say, okay, I scoop. And Judge won't scoop, so...
Yeah. I would have just turned my creature sideways. I wouldn't even have played Jace.
I would have just turned him sideways too, but...
I said, what do you got?
So he drew a deputy of detention. So just for kicks, he's going to deputize the...
And still no scoop. He's going to make you go to that attack step.
Yeah. Yep. Just swing both the flyers.
See? In a typical Judge fashion. All right. You swung with lethal. I couldn't block it. You got it.
Yep.
But he's going to make you do that.
Yep. All right. So that's game one. The Azorius mid-troll deck looked really good there.
Really good there. And
like it was doing a lot of things, and we didn't even get to see it do some of the fun things that it wanted to do. I think that Baron into Gyruda, or that Gyruda into Baron was... That's going to be some funk.
Yeah.
That's going to be some funk, especially if he gets to pull it off. And if not, I mean...
Which is why I would have loved to have seen him in draft like Clone, you know, because then you get Gyruda again.
Yeah, right.
And then Baron, you play that later.
Yeah, and bounce it again.
Get all of it, yeah. Man. Well, let's see if the Judge can stompy this game.
You know, I think he's definitely going to be able to try to stompy this game.
Because if he's going to wait till turn 3 or 4 to play something, I think that favors Hartbreaker.
I think it does favor Hartbreaker. It really makes Hartbreaker's control shell start to come alive a little more, and it puts him in a good place.
Yeah, that is the Judge needs to really have a faster start, I believe.
Yes.
You know, turn 2, play something. Turn 3, play something. So, and here we go. We shuffled up. We're dealing out our 7s. Let's see if we can have good 7s on both sides and have a good game of Magic.
Yep. So I see lands and spells. One of those spells is a Basriket. He's going to chat with his opponent there, or with his teammate there, and say, hey.
You can chat with your opponent.
Hey, is this a keeper?
I'm sure Judge will tell you.
I'm sure Judge would tell you. No, I wouldn't keep that against me.
Yeah, ship it back.
Mm-hmm.
Ship it back.
I think you keep this one. Looks like you got lands and spells and lands.
Yeah.
I don't see a real fast... oh, yeah. Okay. He's got 2 planes, 2 islands, Basriket, Opt, and Pool from Tomorrow. I think this is pretty good.
The Judge drew the classic look.
Yeah.
I never look.
No, I never look.
I think it influences some people's mulligan decisions. You know?
Yeah, because maybe you might feel that you could get lucky sometime.
Right. I don't look. I like to try to keep my mulligan decisions disciplined based on what my deck is and who I'm facing.
Yeah, and sometimes that discipline, it really does take a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be a looker, and then I got real ugly. I used to be a looker, and then I decided that one day somebody had told me or asked me why I look, and I said, well, I just want to know if I made the right decision. They said, you made the right decision.
Yes.
You mulliganed your hand.
Yes.
And I said, well, yeah, that is good. And they said, why are you looking? And I said, well...
Looking at your next card should not determine if your hand is bad.
Right.
So...
Yep.
Hey, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Or the beer holder.
More importantly.
Yeah. I'm looking for a few beers tonight, I think. I don't know.
Oh, Scotch. Oh man.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There's some humor there.
Some inside jokes.
Some Anchorman humor. And some inside jokes.
We are men children.
Sometimes.
Man-childs.
Sometimes.
I am. I think you have to be nowadays.
Judge giving a fist bump, looked like.
Yeah, saying, I got this.
Judge is going to shuffle his cards like he does, and...
We really need to work on his shuffling.
You know...
We've tried.
He's been playing the game for a very long time.
Very long time.
Very set in his ways of shuffling and packing out his cards. He always does this.
Yep.
It's his little way of looking at it.
Oh.
And he doesn't like it.
He's got one land.
Yep. He's got one
and out of
land.
focus is like, no. Not like this. Now, if you had some of the new spicy MDFCs, DFMCs, DRAQs, DRBs.
DFMC.
Oh, yeah, those.
So that is the... And he kept it.
Oh, I mean, well, this was his 5.
Yeah.
So he had... Okay, well, he just... Okay. Oh, hey. That card will get you back in.
Glint Sleeve Siphoner.
That card will get you right back in the game.
Sure can. And that's another card that's got Menace.
Yeah. Did you say mine?
I said mine.
Oh, okay. I thought you were staring at mine for a minute there.
No.
Okay.
Was not.
Yeah, get in there.
Eyes on the microphone.
Yes.
All right, so it looks like he's gotten in there. He's got him some energies.
He's going to be able to draw a card?
He's going to draw some cards, maybe.
I mean, as long as Hartbreaker doesn't remove.
Right. Well, it looks like he's going to go ahead and play the easy.
And Judge is like, absolutely, yep.
Play. Yeah.
I will draw a card right now. Thank you very much.
Yep. Draw a card, lose life.
Okay, that's another
card.
land.
Yep.
Okay, so he's...
And that's an untapped dual land there. So that's nice. It's a... What is that? A wooded... Or
a woodland cemetery?
Yeah, woodland cemetery.
Heartless Act?
Heartless Act? Yeah. Sure. Make a dude. Get in for 2 with Menace.
Manache.
Get another energy.
I mean, Glint Sleeve Siphoner's not Bob, but it does
really
good. I mean, especially for this Pioneer Cube, because you don't have access to Bob.
Right.
Glint Sleeve's great. That's a black 2-drop I'd be looking for.
So he pushed a land to the bottom, then he drew another land, so I think he's pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
Drew him a blast zone. He untaps. Did he draw for a turn?
I think the blast zone was the draw.
No.
No, he didn't draw. Wow. Oh, that was his op draw. Yes, you are correct, sir.
Yep.
All kind of hands coming in from out of...
Yeah, right? From out of the fray.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Halloween time.
It is Halloween time.
Yep. So we're going to see Bajraket. Bajraket's going to plus up. He's going to make that little spirit a little bigger. Yep. He's going to make that spirit a little bigger, and is he going to swing?
You might as well.
I mean, he's got a Spectral Sailor.
Oh. He's going for the sneaky block.
Uh-huh.
I like that. I didn't see he had that in his hand.
So, declare attackers. I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to flash on this dude. This dude and this dude are going to block. Is that what he's going to do?
I mean,
I I mean, it kills
You
it.
can't let this card draw engine continue. Because it's a Malta 5.
You can't. It's a Malta 5, and...
It looks like... did he... Still deciding?
Yeah.
He took it.
He's going to take the 2. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
he's going to Hero's Downfall. Yeah, that's a card.
That is it, and it's a darn good Magic card.
Yeah. Here's Downfall, your Bazriquette, and there goes the Spectral Sailor. I figured the Spectral Sailor would have came in first.
Right. I would have been tempted to double block, but then again, like, you look at Hartbreaker's hand, and there's not much left after that.
Yeah.
He's hoping to probably bounce maybe bounce the Glen sleeve with the Jace.
With the Jace.
So, I mean, that...
Yeah.
And that saves his Spectral Sailor, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that line. If he does that line, I have no issue with that line.
Play your island.
Or he could play Blast Zone. Tick up to 2.
Yeah.
And that kills the Glint sleeve.
I think you Jace.
I would Jace. 100%.
I think you Jace.
Yes.
You put it back in your hand.
You get that card draw off the battlefield. Now, is there a Blossoming Defense or anything? I'm assuming he would play like Blossoming Defense in this cube. So that's a...
Oh, he ticked him up.
He ticked up, okay.
Okay.
I guess he's maybe going with I'm going to outdraw you, so I'm going to get to my pieces before you will. Yeah, that's a line.
It's very possible.
Because he's got Pull from Tomorrow. He has
He
Jace.
just put a Chasm Stalker in his hand?
He's got Chasm Skulker.
Yes, Chadsum Stalkers.
Right.
Untap, lose a life,
the problem is
draw a card. Draw a card.
You're giving the black-green deck another look at a kill spell for a Planeswalker?
Yep.
I don't know. It's
you're right. It's bad either way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't appear that he's gotten any more lands, though.
No.
But he does have an Eliminate.
Eliminate, yep, on the Spectral Sailor.
Yep.
Yep.
Swing 2 at JC Poo. Yeah, I think I would have put Jace back in his hand. Or put
Glint Sleeve, yeah.
Glint Sleeve
I
back
think
in
I
his
would have
hand.
done that as well. Because you had Pull from Tomorrow in hand.
Yeah.
And at the time you had Spectral Sailor on the board. I wouldn't have wanted to give him that extra card. But he did just draw a Cast Out.
And Cast Out seems pretty good.
I don't know if I... So he plays Chasm Skulker.
Pluses. Which will put a +1/+1 counter on it.
Scry draw.
Yeah. So now Glint Sleeve is looking at coming in and doing no damage.
No damage.
Unless he's got another kill spell. You know, that was one card I didn't see get drafted in my cube. Was the Death Parrot, which has my favorite line of text on it.
Which is?
At the beginning of your upkeep, you have to say it's flavor text, which is kill or save a kill spell to deal with this fella. And if you don't, you have to sacrifice him.
Huh.
He's a 2/2 flyer for 2.
Okay.
He's a silver bordered card.
I love silver bordered cards.
It's the only silver border card in the cube.
I will have Go to Jail in my Peasant Cube. It is a silver bordered enchantment.
Yep.
Oh, is that a crystalline?
It's a crystalline giant.
Okay. So and he swung with the Spirit token?
Yeah.
I think I'm just looking at Heartbreaker's hand. That Mangara and that pull from tomorrow is probably going to pull him ahead.
So it's hard to say what he rolled there. It looks like a 4, but it's really hard to say. Really hard to read.
And is that flying? Or is that first strike? Is that death touch? This is why I removed Crystalline Giant from my cube.
I think Crystalline Giant is a great card. I think we need to get bigger tokens for those.
I would put it right back in my cube.
Well, maybe in the off season, somebody can work on that.
Yes.
And maybe I can add that to our bag of dice.
Absolutely. All right, that Chasm Stalker.
Yep, just keeps getting bigger.
Yep.
And bigger.
It's going to grow by 2 each turn, too, as long as that Jace is sitting out.
As long as that Jace is sitting out.
And that pull from tomorrow really, really does some work.
It sure does. And the cast out. You got to get the Crystalline Giant off the field.
You have to. Yeah.
If you don't, it's a lot of trouble.
Yes. I think I'm looking to cast out the Crystalline Giant. Take up on your Jace. Scry draw.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm doing too.
And you're trying to see the synergies that...
I'll tick up.
Yeah, that the Heartbreaker
Scry
had in mind. Oh, that's
and
Leonin.
draw. Yeah, that's a Leonin.
Yep, that's it. For me, that stays right on top.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you've got enough tempo going on.
Ooh, he's bottoming. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, hey. I would have kept that card right on top.
He drew Gyruda.
Oh, he gets rewarded. That's even better.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna cast down. What's he gonna cast down there?
Is he getting rid of the card advantage?
No,
I was gonna say.
No, he's making the right call.
Yeah.
Here. So cast out is going to take care of the Crystalline Giant. He's going to get in for 4, 5, 6.
And this is like the advantage of having Planeswalkers. I mean, how much life has Jace gained him this game?
Yeah, or pretty much prevented.
Prevented, yeah. And we call it pseudo life gain.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why Planeswalkers are very good.
Yeah, that Chasm Stalker comes in as a 1/1.
Okay. And next turn, we're probably looking at a Gyruda.
Yeah. Yeah, next turn we're going to look at that Gyruda. Or man.
And he keeps swinging at that Jace, too.
At some point, do you just say, you know what, Jace is
an experiment
taking
one.
Enough? All right, so experiment 1 is going to... Wow, he passed.
What's he have in hand? I know he has the Tindershoot Dryad.
Dovin Bond.
Oh, phew, this is getting...
Cast Dovin Bond and tick up on the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. It's activated abilities? No, that's not an activated ability.
No.
No, you Gyruda.
Yeah. You get squiddy with it.
Yes. Getting squiddy. Yeah, I think that's what you do. I think his teammate might be saying, you know, hey, you can use Dovin Bond to do this. You know what else Dovin Bond can do? Draw him another card.
And maybe that's another thing that they're talking about. I mean, at this point,
so he's going to tick up Jace. He's going to get Smuggy with it. Yeah, you draw the Smuggy.
100%.
You don't put that on the bottom.
Nope.
You play the Gyruda. Play the big squid.
I'm getting squiddy with it.
Just play the big squid. Yeah, there you go. Play the big squid.
Oh, that was a Galta. The judge just milled a Galta. Stop looking at your cards. Grab the Galta. Wow.
Yep,
that's why you get squiddy with it.
That's why you do it.
Wow.
You grab the Galta, and
that was his next card on top.
That was the very next card.
For Judge.
Judge would have windmill slammed that. And then he's also going to cast.
This game is. This game's not looking good for Judge here.
No, it's not. Judge is not long for this earth.
No.
Or for this battlefield, I should say.
Yeah.
He's going to swing a 6/6 Chasm Stalker and a 2/2 flyer. If he takes it all, it puts him to 1. Damnation's not in this.
Nope.
Casualties of War is.
Extinction Event? Does he have? Is that?
Extinction Event was.
It's available to him.
Yes.
I don't know if it's in the cube.
I think it is in the cube.
Man.
It was from IQ.
There's no Deluge. There's none of that. And I think. Oh, he took all the damage too. He went to 1.
Wow, he went
with
to
a
1.
Galt. Yeah, there's not.
Well, if this says anything, this is like equivalent of scooping.
Yes.
He's going to flash in his little buddy there that he can't mutate. He's going to go through all his resources.
Yeah.
He's going to see what he can do.
Man, Galta would trample and.
There is an extinction event.
Okay.
That would be a hot card right now.
Yes, that would.
But it would only get rid of
2 of the 4. Either way.
No, it would get rid of 3. The token has an even mana cost.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Because I would call even.
Yep, that's even. So it gets rid of, you call even. Yep.
It doesn't get rid of the Chasm Stalker because the Chasm Stalker is a 3 mana.
Yes.
I mean, it can if he decides to do that, but
that would not be what they call a wise decision.
No, and it doesn't appear that that's what he's got in hand anyway, so we're just speculating here, folks.
I mean, he's had a Tender Shoot Dryad for a while.
For a long time. You might as well cast it. You might as Jade Light Ranger? Okay.
That is one of my low-key favorite cards of all time.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfectly done card. I like that card. I like everything about Jade Light Ranger. It's not the Wayward Swordtooth. Yeah, I mean. And this is Judge realizing, I'm going to die to my own Galta.
Yep. He's realizing that he just got blown out by a Gyruda.
You know what's better than paying 2 mana for a Galta?
Paying 6 mana for a Galta and a Gyruda?
Yep.
Yeah.
18 power?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It sure does.
Would you play a 6 mana spell, a creature that had 18 power? I would.
Yeah, I'm sure I would. And trample?
And trample?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I would.
I'd pay 6 mana all day for that. I'm happy when my Emrakul costs 7.
Yeah?
7 or 8. So.
I used to play Imperious Great Worm and Standard.
Convoke it.
Well, I was playing Elves in Standard.
Yeah.
With the Great Worm.
Yeah.
And being able to convoke it and get it out on like turn 4.
That sounds good.
Yeah. 16/16 without trample.
Indestructible.
Indestructible.
I see him. I think he's mathing out the math.
Yeah. So he's got a flyer, but
He bounced though.
The
dirt bat. Yeah, Jace could have bounced something too. So yeah.
Yep. Jace bounced the bat. Okay.
Yes, you have a land.
You sure do. It looks like it's shiny. That's probably what he's pointing out. This one deals damage.
Shiny.
I think he's pointing out that this one deals damage because of its shiny.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to play Mangara.
Just to say, hey,
I got it. And then he's going to play
Oketra
just to say, I got this. He's going to use Oketra to crew the copter.
Get squiddy with it.
And go to combat. Yep. Get them all sideways, all of them. Hell, turn Jace sideways. Send him in there.
I would.
Worst case scenario, what happens? He doesn't do anything because he's not a creature? Oh, yeah. Trigger on that.
Wow.
Draw you a card. Discard you a card.
So you're starting to see the vision. Not starting to. You're seeing the fulfillment of the vision of what he tried to draft.
Yep.
So, and in Judge fashion, he's
going to assign blockers. And then he's going to take damage.
I expect nothing less.
He's going to assign blockers, and he's going to count his mana, and he's going to look at his hand, and he's going to throw them all on the battlefield and reach across.
So I'm going to take 3. I'm going to take 5. I'm going to take 17. See if I have anything that can gain me 18 life. Nope, good
what
game.
A match.
Wow.
What a match.
That was a great game.
That was a lot of back and forth. Congratulations to both you gentlemen on that. Oh, so there we have it. So week 4 is in the wraps. That is the position week. We'll have to see where we are coming into next week for the championship round.
Yes.
At this point, we've got Legendary Creatures in second place and the Meeseeks in third place. The Meeseeks had 10 points going into this.
Yeah.
And Legendary Creatures had, I think...
It was 17? Or was that too much?
No,
or
that's too much.
14?
It might have been 14.
14, and first place was 17, right?
That's correct.
That's what it was.
That's correct. So let's do a double check here real quick.
And
we'll say that they had 18, actually. Legendary Creatures had 18 points.
Okay.
And
Look, Maul, Atlanta. Nope, wrong one.
That's wrong. They had 11 points, and the Meeseeks had 9 points. So
okay.
So
and first place had 17.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So if Legendary Creatures end up pulling this out, going 3-1, then that'll give them 7 points. They'll be at 18 points.
Gotcha.
If they do not, and the Meeseeks win 3-1, then the Meeseeks can go to 15 points and take second place.
I'm ready for next week. A little biased. It's my cube.
Yep.
I hope these boys are ready for a fast-paced environment. My cube is designed to be fast.
Yep. And we'll see if they can handle it.
It comes at you quick. As the commissioner says, buckle up, Sally. This cube's fast.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
So I'm excited. You'll be able to do your splashy, powerful things.
Yeah.
But you got to be aware of the one archetype no one seems to want to draft.
Oh, aggro?
Yeah.
Boros aggro?
Whoo, buddy. If you haven't met the wrath of my Boros aggro yet, get ready.
Hold on tight.
You're going to be dead on turn 4.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to take us for week 4 here. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share us whenever you can. Find us on YouTube or on Instagram. Our tag's down there at the bottom. It's cube_league. Feel free to reach out to us there. Leave us a comment. Give us some likes if you like. Other than that, I think we're good. I think we'll see you guys next week.
Hey, be kind, spread love, everybody.